I'm Moritz. I'm heading the Energy Systems Department at SENS, STEAG Solar Energy Solutions in Germany, Würzburg. My daily job is to build PV rooftop systems, to develop projects on the rooftop, and to do the full EPC service to our clients. Mainly SENS is doing project development, EPC business and O&M services. So we are developing projects, ground-mounted and on the rooftops. We are erecting them, we are building them completely till they're ready to produce electricity from the sun. And then we're doing O&M services, so operating, maintaining the systems to make them working more than 20 or even 30 years to generate electricity. The good thing about PV is you're really making electricity from the sun, no noise, no dirt, no chemistry, just pure sun and electricity. SENS has quite a long history in PV. We are quite proud to be one of the long-term players in the PV industry. We've been starting with ground-mounted systems, especially in Southern Europe, with PV tracking systems. And now we are, as I said, we are a full EPC service provider. And what is special about SENS is the way we are acting with our customers, with our clients and our partners. We are doing long-term partnerships. We are putting very much trust in the partnerships, and we actually like what we do and we like the people we're doing it with. SENS is active in many different markets. As many other companies, we are a little bit following the sun. So we are active in southern countries a lot, but we are also following the areas where we have good framework conditions, legal frameworks and political frameworks to do PV and renewable systems. The core market for the rooftop business is mainly Germany and Central Europe. For the utility scale, for the bigger projects, we are active worldwide. We have a long-term history in Southern Europe, like Italy and Spain and Portugal. We are active in many countries like the UK now. We've been active in Australia and Russia. So more or less all over the world, we are active with PV development and erection of PV systems. Basically, we are working a lot with long-term partnerships, as I said. So we have quite a broad number of partners we've developed over the last years, so long-term partnerships, and that helps us a lot in generating new projects, in generating new contacts, and then starting in different stages of the project, early stage, later stage, or just for the EPC or even for the O&M to develop the projects and to get into that projects. It's two different things. So once the project is fully developed, meaning you have all the legal framework ready, you're able to build on the plot where you have the rights to build on, and you have all the certificates you need, you're able to put the electricity in the local or the public grid, you're ready to build the project. So EPC mainly means you do the engineering of the project, the layouts, the electrical design, the procurement of all the material you need, so mainly modules, inverters, substructure, cables and stuff like this. And then you do the construction of those systems, so just basically putting the modules and the substructure on the ground where you're able to build, and then fitting the whole system together to make it ready to inject the electricity to the public grid. It depends very much. For rooftop systems, you're able to build 100-200 kilowatts a week on a rooftop, setting up the system ready to produce the electricity. Then you will need some AC connection, which means actually the connection with the local electric system to allow you to do self-consumption of the generated electricity. Or if you're in the ground-mounted area, might be even quicker because it's larger scale, so you're a bit more productive on the ground. But it depends very much on the project, on the plot you find, to how long it takes to erect a system. But basically, you're quite able to install a lot of megawatts per month. Private people know we're not working with private people because we're coming from the B2B business. We have for the ground mounted a lot of institutional investors we're working with, and for the industrial segments, so commercial and industrial rooftops, mainly for self-consumption, it's companies, bigger or smaller companies, who are looking for just generating their own electricity to reduce the carbon footprint and to do something impactful and to reduce the CO2 emissions. As the projects are different and they are all in different stages, there's no real limitation on that. So it depends a lot on the engineers we have, it depends a lot on the material which is available and on the size of the plots, but we are putting an individual team on each project, which allows us to do quite a lot of projects in parallel at the same time. The most special project. We've been building a few quite big projects last year and this year on the rooftops, so megawatt-sized rooftop projects generating a lot of electricity, so like more than 1 million kilowatt hours, which was quite a big milestone for the rooftop business. Seems to be a small project if you're looking at large-scale ground-mounted system, but a megawatt on a rooftop is quite a lot of material and a big project. And we are even looking for bigger projects for the next year. So far, we do not own the projects, but we are looking to own the projects and on our own balance sheet to improve even and to speed up the energy turnaround. So that's something that was the basic idea behind getting into the partnership for Watify, to allow more people to invest in renewable energy projects, to make it a bit more democratic, not to just reserve the participation to institutional investors. And that's one thing we are looking for the next years, to build them on our own balance sheet, to be able to act as a real IPP, independent power producer, with our own projects. So just putting more of the value chain in our portfolio.
Investment with impact. Watify, you have the power.